In railroading, some practices are very common. One of them, run on the right. But over a century ago, one US railroad made a different choice. And somehow, that decision stuck. Through mergers, takeovers, and generations of commuters. 3 major commuter rail lines here in Illinois still run on the left, and it's not a mistake. The explanation isn't obvious, but once you see it, it makes perfect sense. Let me show you. Welcome to Wheaton, Illinois, a great place to see left-hand running in action. This is one of 3 lines owned by Union Pacific. Metra calls them UP North, Northwest, and West. They used to belong to a railroad called the Chicago and Northwestern. So why are trains still running on the left here when pretty much everywhere else in America runs on the right? There's a myth that British investors built it that way because the UK drives on the left. But that's not true. Here's the real story. Back in the 1800s, a railroad called the Galena and Chicago Union laid a single track through here. They built their station buildings on the north side because that's where most people lived. And they didn't want too many people, especially commuters, crossing the tracks to get to the station. Too risky. When they eventually added a second track, they put it on the south side. No station reconstruction needed. But that meant for commuters to still be able to use the station building for their morning trains into Chicago, the north track would need to become the inbound track. So when the line doubled, they just kept the flow. And it stayed that way for over 150 years. These tracks eventually became part of the Chicago and Northwestern Railway, and they stuck with left-hand running. And when Union Pacific took over in 1995, they didn't change it. Today, both Metra commuter trains and Union Pacific freights run left-handed on these lines. It's rare, it's historic, and it's still totally functional. Trains meet, overtake, and make this station stop, all while breaking this unspoken rule of American railroading. Left-hand running. Not a British import, not a mistake. Just a smart local solution from 1850 that stuck around. Sometimes history leaves its tracks where you least expect it. For some more historic railroading innovations that you can still experience today, watch this video next. If you enjoyed this, give it a like or consider subscribing to Rail Weekly. It helps more people discover the channel and keeps this journey rolling. Thank you for watching.